Ulfric Stormcloak, hero of the people, liberator, and High King of Skyrim.
I am indeed Ulfric Stormcloak, and at my side the woman we know as Stormblade, and the world knows as the Dragonborn. And indeed, there are many that call us heroes. But it is all of you who are the true heroes. It was you who fought a dying empire, who sunk its claws into our land, trying to drag us down with it. It was you who fought the Thalmor and their puppets who would have us deny our gods and our heritage. It was you who fought your kin who didn't understand our cause, who weren't willing to pay the price for our freedom. But more than that, it was you who fought for Skyrim, for our right to fight our own battles, to return to our glory and traditions, to determine our own future. And it is for these reasons that I cannot accept the mantle of High King, not until we are at peace and a new day has dawned. Then it is settled. The Jarl will continue to rule Solitude. I will garrison armies here to ward off Imperial attempts to reclaim the city. And in due time, the Moot will meet and settle the claim to High King once and for all. There is much to do, and I need every able-bodied man and woman committed to rebuilding Skyrim. A great darkness is growing, and soon we will be called to fight it, on these shores or abroad. The Aldmeri Dominion may have defeated the Empire, but it has not defeated Skyrim! How'd I do?
Not so bad. Nice touch about the High King.
Thank you. I thought so too.
It's a foregone conclusion, you know.
Oh, I know.
The Imperials are not going to leave us alone. They still have camps.
We've still much work to do. Yes, make it quick. I'm a busy man.
Now that we've defeated the Imperials, will there be peace?
There will be peace for a time, during which we must rebuild Skyrim into the land it once was. Strong, self-reliant, the center of mankind. Because getting rid of the Empire was only half the problem. Soon the elves will again seek to rule the world. We must ready ourselves to fight them. For it will be Skyrim that shall lead Tamriel in those dark days, when the fate of the world is finally determined.
Is there anything further I can do for the cause?
True sons and daughters of Skyrim reign in every city. We've crippled the Imperial Legion and cut off its head by killing General Tullius himself. What more could I ask of you? No, you're free to roam. I suspect the gods have needs for you elsewhere as themselves, and are operating out of hidden military camps in the wilderness. If you come across any Imperials in your travels, I expect you'll know what to do.
So, do I call you High King now?
No, not yet. We'll wait for the Moot to name me High King. It'll be better for all that way. But that doesn't mean I won't start acting like it. There's much to do. The new Jarls need help building armies and enforcing their right to rule. The Empire may try to reclaim Skyrim, and I need everyone ready for that. Though the biggest threat, of course, is the elves. Talos watch over you.
Some say Ulfric desires to be king and nothing more. Have they not seen that his anger floats on a sea of tears?
Is there anything further I can do for the cause?
Make sure they're generally following orders. Can't say I'm looking forward to that, but I will also be training men and women for their new armies. The Empire might send over a few legionnaires to make sure we're serious. And of course, we'll be taking the fight to the elves soon enough. We'll need trained, disciplined, and creative warriors ready for all that. Watch yourself out there.
Are you all right? That was a close one. I didn't expect to be jumped on like that. And those ridiculous masks they wore. Very tacky. Good to know that cultists will always be the same, no matter what era. Could I read that note you've been reading? Thanks. I recall an old book about this cult in the castle's library. This Mirek, though. I've read some stories about him. He was supposed to be the first Dragonborn who ever lived. He was around long before even I was. This might be worth looking into.
I think we should part ways.
Oh, all right. Goodbye then.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Harkin's short-sightedness was his undoing. In his lust for power, he failed to consider the full consequences of his plans.
Cozy little place, isn't this?
What have you got for sale?
What do you need? Blades, armor, smithing materials?
Fight bravely, friend.
jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
How did you meet Kirava?
I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting.
I have them right here.
I don't know what to say. Such kindness is unheard of in these times. Here, I want you to accept this as payment for your sacrifice. And we both thank you.
You might want to talk some sense into Kirava.
With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people.
Then help me convince her to pay.
Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought.
You mentioned you served special drinks?
3, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujama. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
And embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Maramo. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Maramal. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Blessings of Mara upon you.
I wanted to know more about the Temple of Mara.
Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim.
I could have a wedding at the temple?
Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim?
No, not really.
Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony.
I'll buy an amulet of Mara.
Here you are. Now, remember, people in Skyrim respond to deeds. You'll find more people interested in your love if you help them. Good luck. Mara bless you.
Do you accept charity?
Of course. I'd be more than happy to add a donation to our charity box. Right now, the best you could provide is coin. We need all the help we can get.
I'd like to donate.
Thank you. I can promise you that this will be put to good use.
Can you tell me about Mara's beliefs?
Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Yeah. What's your problem? Yeah. What's your problem?
You're a stranger here too, huh?
Tell me about Riften's Thieves Guild.
To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think?
I agree completely.
You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious.
Tell me about the Blackbriar family.
Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail.
Who else is in the family?
Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
You're not from Riften?
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between.
Why are you here then?
Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
What happened to your blade, Grimsever?
It was lost years ago in a Dwemer ruin. Without it, I feel almost as defenseless as a newborn. I don't think I'll ever be able to find a replacement.
I could find it for you.
I couldn't ask you to undertake such a treacherous journey. It would be a fool's errand. But I see that spark in your eye, and I know better than to warn you away. Grimsever rests within the Dwemer ruin of Misinchaleft. Tread carefully, friend. Those same ruins almost took my life.
You're Riften's protector?
It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago.
How did Eren save your life?
It was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed.
What happened to you in Misinchaleft?
I was adventuring in the depths of the ruins when I was attacked by a massive construct, like nothing I had ever seen. When the Colossus struck, Grimsever was knocked from my grasp, and I was wounded badly. It was only through blind luck that I was able to crawl away from the Dwemer abomination and make my way to the surface. I must have collapsed, because the next thing I remember is Eren standing over me, tending to my wounds. Please be careful. I don't wish to be the reason for your death.
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibi Blackbriar.
What sort of message?
Well, I recently approached Sibi Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibi half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibi believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibi for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth.
Sounds easy enough.
Ah, you're a smart woman. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time.
Why is Sibby in jail?
No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No god would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission.
Why don't you go tell Sibby yourself?
I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town. I'll meet you outside of town.
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought. Yes. Ah, dangerous. Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive in a gout of arcane fire?
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
A drinking contest? You don't stand a chance.
Ha! We'll see about that. This is a special brew. Very strong stuff. Let's get started. I'll start round one. Down the hatch. Your turn.
Here we go.
One down, my friend. One down. And another one for me. And how about you?
A second drink. Easy enough.
So says you. I think I've hit my limit on these things. Tell you what, one more and you win the contest.
One more. No problems.
Wow, you've really done it. The staff is yours.
Thash grape.
You know, you're a fun person to drink with. I know this great little place where the wine flows like water. We should head there. Hey, you don't look so good.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer.
Where am I?
Of course. You don't remember getting here. I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat. Which means you don't remember losing your temper and throwing trash all over the temple.
Was a man named Sam with me?
Debella teaches love and compassion. But that doesn't mean we're just going to tell you what you want to know and let you walk away from this. Pick up your mess, then apologize. And if we think you're sincere, we'll consider lending you aid.
harder. I'm sorry, Rosa. I just flinched.
That coward got out for mine. It'll break when it's hit it harder.
Want a cut of venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
A bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Oh, this pendant would look lovely on my sister.
The reach belongs to the Fourthborn! Hey!
Thought I heard something.
I bleed for the... I die for my...
Everyone stay back. The Marker City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened?
I was right there. He almost killed me.
I'm so sorry. I hope the 8 give you more peace in the future. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some